Joining us now to discuss this further is retired Lieutenant General Richard Newton. He's a NewsNation senior national security contributor. General, how damaging is this?
Well, good evening, Elizabeth. This is very damaging. In fact, it's probably the most damaging intelligence leak we've seen in decades. And as Blake reported, it has impact not only on the battlefield in Ukraine, but certainly with our relationships with not only our adversaries, but certainly with our allies and friends as we share communication and so forth. But this is significant. It's significant because of the wide, swath of the type of documents. Blake reported there were 53. I think that number is related to the number that were actually marked with secret and top secret. But my sources tell me there's actually hundreds of documents where these photographs were taken and then put on the Discord social media platform.
Wow.
This is significant.
All right. So we know that one of the things is that's been revealed is how fragile the air defense systems are in Ukraine. We know also there are reports that Ukraine is scrambling to move those air defense systems so that Putin can't hit them. How much do you think this empowers Putin? Do you think now he finally begins to send in some of his elite fighter jets, which he's been holding back through much of the war? What do you think happens there?
Yeah, I really don't think it's going to, I don't believe that it'll have a significant impact on the battlefield, from a day-to-day aspect, but it does provide him insights that he didn't have previously, point one. Secondly, it does give his generals an opportunity to perhaps take a look at their strategy or their lack of strategy so far in the last 14 months or so. But it is significant. It's also going to compel the Ukrainians to also have to move assets around, as you alluded to in your point. But it's not just the military aspect of the defenses. It's actually dealing with some of Ukraine's critical infrastructure that deals with energy and other capability.
Right.
So it is significant. It's not, but it is. It's focused certainly on the current fight, but also it's an embarrassment to the United States, frankly. The fact that we're now showing to the world that, when we share information, critical intelligence information with allies and friends, we can't be trusted to actually not leak that in that case. And so it may cause pause for a friend or ally to provide that updated intelligence information to the United States and in turn, perhaps into Ukraine.
Yeah, I was most surprised very quickly, General, about the part of the intel that was leaked that showed that we had reports that Mossad in Israel was encouraging all those huge protests against Benjamin Netanyahu's own judicial reforms there. I mean, that's pretty extraordinary if true. And the fact that was in intel that was leaked, and Israel being a close ally of ours.
Well, certainly if true. I don't know if I'm able to really make any comments on that because I don't have the documents in front of me. But the fact that these leaked photographs or these leaked photos of intelligence briefing slides, which I've received a number of times when I was on active duty, is compelling because it does not only talk about our adversaries, but it talks about how we communicate with our friends and allies. So that's going to have an impact. And so this is one, the American people, this is a wake-up call for the American people. This is significant. And the FBI leading the investigation, now the Department of Defense doing assessment on the damage is going to be, we shouldn't be holding our breaths. We should be acting right now.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. General Richard Newton, thanks so much for being with us tonight. I'm sure we'll be following this story a lot in the coming days.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.